Hey guys. If you're here, say hi.
Mom,
What?
Mom,
What?
I want a pencil, please.
Hey. I'm going to start my balsamic reduction before I start talking to everybody. Hey Teddy, I'm making dinner right now.
Let me just have it.
You can wait for dinner. I have a very hungry 3-year-old at the moment.
Well, let me can have.
Teddy, just watch your movie. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. I am making a leftovers meal. It's on my menu subscription that I haven't launched yet. But it is sausage and Brussels sprouts with, these aren't just any Brussels sprouts, these are roasted Brussels sprouts with a balsamic reduction glaze and bacon and cheese feta crumbles. So it's like out of this world. It's so good. But I didn't have a proper picture for this particular menu item on my website, so that's why I have to make it tonight. Anyways, I just dumped probably, I'm only making one serving, and I'm making the kids actually pancakes tonight, so this is what I'm going to eat. So that's probably like half a cup in here, and I'm just going to reduce it down on very, very low heat while I'm stirring it, cooking the other things. So, anyways, that's what I'm making. I'm going to start chopping up the Brussels sprouts, waiting for everybody to get in here before I start talking about what in the world happened to me. It was so scary. Like, I'm talking, my heart fell out my butt. It was awful. What are you guys having for dinner? Everybody tell me. Hi. I'm glad you guys are joining me. Does everybody else have cold weather right now? That's one of the contributing factors of what happened to me. And you're probably going to laugh whenever you hear it, but it was scary at the time. Okay, so I'm just putting some oil in here. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Just putting some oil in here. We'll give everybody like another minute, 30 seconds to a minute to get in here before I start talking. This is going to be for the Brussels sprouts. And it's really simple. It's just Brussels sprouts. Hey, warming up for us. Oh, yeah, that's right, because you're opposite. You're getting warm and we're getting cold. What temperatures do you have right now? Last night was our first freeze, and it got down to 26. Okay, so Brussels sprouts are super easy. I had never done Brussels sprouts before until I moved to Virginia, and we went to this restaurant that served them like this, and it was so good. Chicken of some kind, yeah. So they look like this, and they actually come on like this big stalk. Hey, One Foot John, you're here. Yeah, it's getting cold where you are too, yeah. They come like this, and then you just chop the top off so that they look like that, and then some of the leaves will peel off, so you just peel off those loose leaves. 63, I would do anything for 63 right now. It's so cold at my house. Okay, so now that I've explained the Brussels sprouts and what we're doing, and then you just cut them in half like this. So they start like this. I know, we haven't talked to him in a while. I'm so glad he's here. And then you cut them in half like this. Let me see if I can get it to focus on there so you can kind of see. No, it's not going to focus. Anyways, you just cut them in half. Okay, so I'm going to throw them in there, and then you toss them around in the oil and just roast them, and they come out really, really good. I think I already got out the garlic salt, yeah. And then put some garlic salt on it. Okay, my super scary thing. Oh, you grate yours. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even consider it, but you grate cabbage and lettuce and everything else, so there's no reason you can't, huh? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so my super scary thing that happened is, before I get into this, everybody is fine, and I was sort of expecting it, but in the middle of the night, you don't expect anything. So what happened was, my greatest fear is getting the kids out in an emergency, because I sleep with one leg. Obviously, I don't have my leg on, and now my husband isn't always here at night. And so whenever he's not here, I get a little bit, on edge, and can't sleep as well because it is on me to get people out if there's an emergency. And because I live in Oklahoma, that can be just about anything. If you missed my hostile environment video, it was kind of just for laughs, but sort of true also. Okay, what happened is because the heater kicked on for the first time, the fire alarm went off. And it went off somewhere around like 5:30 in the morning when you're like super dead asleep. Well, I am, not all people. Anyways, when that went off, you don't know, whenever the fire alarm goes off in the middle of the night and nobody's cooking, you don't know if you have seconds, if you have a minute, if the fire's in your room, if the kids' rooms are already ablaze. You have no idea. And it really scared me because whenever I got up, you know, your body floods with adrenaline, so you're shaking and you can't do anything because of all that adrenaline. And I was trying to find the pieces of my leg, and I could not find them anywhere. And I always put them right next to my bed so that if something happens, I can just grab them and put them on. But for whatever reason, I was asleep. I could not find the pieces of my leg. I couldn't get my leg on properly. Thank goodness my oldest was actually sleeping in the bed with me that night. He does that sometimes whenever my husband is gone, just for fun. It's something that he used to do whenever he was a little bitty, whenever my husband drove over the road back then. Anyway, he was in the bed with me. He shoots out like a rocket, runs straight to the baby's room. Teddy, he's 3, and right before he opens the door, I'm like, wait. I can see enough that there's no smoke, and it kind of smells like burnt fuzz. I know this. This is the heater. So hang on. Let's give it like 5 seconds of thinking before we throw everybody over, the balcony. Because our bedrooms are the same situation as our last house in Virginia. We all sleep upstairs. And so that's really scary. You can hop outside on a single level. But whenever you have bedrooms upstairs, that's a whole different thing. So, anyways, I was trying to think of how I can get people out. Where's the fire? Things like that. Thank goodness there was no fire. But that was the scariest thing I have ever been through in my life, including everything. And I have been stuck under a bridge while a tornado was coming at me. So that trumps that. Well, I don't know. They're right up there together. Anyway, now I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to remedy this. I don't know how to make it better. It's just something that happened, and now I've realized it, and that I'm scared of it, and it can happen, and it will happen, obviously. But I don't know how to fix it. I don't know where to go from here. Do you know what I mean? So if you guys have any suggestions on that, I'm all ears. Because I keep protection, like heavy protection for invaders. I don't feel like that's a problem. But in a tornado or a fire or an earthquake or something like that, can I get myself together enough, number one, coherent, but number two, my equipment, can I get myself together enough to actually get the kids out? Everybody's saying hi. So what do you guys think? Do you have anything set up like that for yourselves if you're an amputee? Okay. This reduction is going to get away from me. All you want to do with the reduction is just like simmer it down to remove half of the water out of it. And then it will be a little bit thicker. But you don't want to go so far as to make it like a syrup or tar, because then it's really nasty, I found out. So I have it on very low heat. And then these Brussels sprouts, I'm just going to kind of keep stirring so that they just kind of roast. And those are even on medium. I got to get the rest of these cut. Get them all in the pan. So what do you guys think? What do you guys do for precautions in the middle of the night when you have a disability? What makes you feel safe and comfortable Obviously, your living situation, not having stairs would be ideal. But we don't all get to pick our living situation. Okay. I'm gonna check the comments real fast. Yeah, exactly. How fast you can get on your liner and leg if it really needed to. Exactly. I have a bag for in case I have to get out, then putting on once I am safe. Yeah, that's a great idea. So like put everything together in a bag. Okay, that's a good idea. I like that. That way you can probably just hop out. You're probably single story, huh? I've already told my oldest if he has to get out, get Teddy, throw a mattress out the window, put pillows down there. Whenever you sleep over the garage, there's nothing safe to land on. So I told him throw blankets, throw pillows, whatever you have to throw out, and then just go for it. People will be out there to help you. Yeah, no upstairs. Yeah. So I'm noticing, and I knew this, but I didn't really put a whole lot of stock into it, how hard it is living upstairs with a physical disability like this. It's not something that I've ever thought about in my life, and now that I'm 1 year into this, it's really starting to become an issue. An emergency ladder. Yep. Absolutely. I'm going to order one of those tonight. You're absolutely right. I totally forgot about that. The little one can't do a ladder, but at least it'll definitely have an emergency plan in place with your kids that can help you practice emergency plans so everyone knows their rules in the situation. And yeah, that's absolutely right. I wonder how we can practice safely using that ladder. Maybe when Dad is home and somebody can be downstairs and somebody can be upstairs, and like, this is how you work the ladder. Maybe we can start small with just hanging it on the fence and like how to actually work. Because rope ladders, they're like all over the place. They are hard to work. Yeah, Lowe's or Home Depot for a ladder. That's a great idea. Oh, and that would be more stable for children too, because as an adult, I can barely work a rope ladder, and that's using like a lot of muscle strength. But for kids, they would never be able to. They would flip and flop all over the place, especially the 3-year-old. But if I had a hard ladder of some kind that like extends, kind of think of like where I would store it, how they would be able to use it. Emergency ladder, yeah. And then I'm like, am I going overboard? Is this too much? I don't know. But last night did scare me enough to say like, I don't know. I don't think I'm going overboard on this. Because I was on my own. Thank goodness I have a child old enough to help me get his brother while I'm, putting myself together enough to get out of the house. Oh, crap. I totally forgot about the sausage. What?
I want to make hot dogs.
Okay, that's what I'm making you.
I want hot dogs, please.
Okay, that's what I'm making you.
Mom,
He calls sausages hot dogs. What, Teddy?
I want to have sausage hot dog with cheese in it, please.
Okay.
Big one.
He thinks this is a restaurant. I will take sausage cooked this way with this side on this bun with this specific cheese. Like, sure, why not? All right, so on to brighter topics. Thank you for those ladder suggestions and like bringing me back down to earth. It took me like, I didn't go back to sleep after that. I was so flooded. I couldn't even really lay down. I even called my husband and was like, guess what? Anyways, on to brighter subjects. I am working so hard at getting this menu subscription plan out. And I even have a focus group ready to go of some of my friends who want to try it out before I launch it. And I don't know if it's going to be a huge success or if it's totally going to flop. I don't know, but it's handy for me because this is it right there. And I sat down to do my menu this week of everything that I wanted to cook. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I have an entire menu, 3 meals a day, and the shopping list. I don't have to do any of this prep. I'm just going to print it off. And I did that, and I took it to the store. So I'm going to be the first one to do week number 1. Then I'm going to have my focus group do week number 1 next week. And I'm going to be a week ahead of them to try to, you know, fix any of the issues that might come up. So I'm hoping that's going to go well. I don't know how much of a need there is for that, but I certainly appreciate it. So my thinking is other people might appreciate it. And it's different from HelloFresh or some of the other menu subscriptions. I didn't even turn the sausage on. It's different from the other menu subscriptions because you get to choose your ingredients. So we eat organic as much as we can. So I'll buy the organic chicken, the organic, you know, whatever. And if it calls for sausage, you get to choose. Do you want jalapeno sausage? Sausage with cheese? Do you want, you know, whatever? And then you can make what it is that you want. Never hurts to have a plan. Yep. We need to work on that. And I didn't realize I didn't have a plan that was perfect and ready to go until last night. You want to keep your family safe? Yes. Yeah, the emergency plan practice at least once a month. Oh, that's a good idea. So you can practice in every season. Oh, yes. Thank you for that. And thank you for saying he's adorable. He's a mess. I'm going to set an alarm for 3 a.m. to see if I can get it done in the dark and sleepy. Yeah. Yeah. It's totally different. And then add the adrenaline rush of the actual, like, fire alarm. There is an emergency right now. Start with the alarm. That way you will be ready whenever it comes. And I'm actually going to do that too. Not tonight because I didn't get much sleep last night, but I'm going to do that too. That is a great idea. I'm going to set my alarm and see if I'm coherent enough to do it within 30 seconds or less. It shouldn't even take 30 seconds. But, you know what? Us amputees, let's start racing and see what we can get down to. We can start uploading shorts or, like, I don't know, see what our fastest time is. I saw Footless Joe did something similar like that with another friend amputee, and I was like, who cares? I do now. I do. Okay, this balsamic glaze is about done. It's reduced down to a gravy consistency, so I'm just going to let it sit for a little while. Our Brussels sprouts are roasted and toasted. Here's another thing. I haven't fully decided on this, so watch my community page, but I might not be doing live as much anymore, maybe every other week or something, just some garlic salt, because I do have so many irons in the fire. You guys, homeschool right now this year, he's in like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade. He's in all of those because he's homeschooled. So he's 11 and he's doing this work that I've never even seen, and I was really good at math too. But it's taking us like 2 and 3 hours a day to do that. And then my precious little one, he's 3, just decided a couple days ago that he was going to give up naps. So there went that time to actually get work done and like edit during the day and clean or really do anything. So I think I'm going to start spacing out my lives a little bit so that I can get more work done in the evenings. I'm going to start putting him to bed earlier because now he doesn't have a nap during the day, and I'll be able to work in the evenings because I need to get this stuff out. I need to get my menu subscription out. I need to start making videos and editing them. I have so many ideas that I want to actually do and say. And I haven't even done the update on the Silver Dollar City, getting kicked off of the ride at Silver Dollar City. And that actually was a really great outcome. So I want to get that video made for everybody else who, you know, is going to amusement parks or whatever, of things to look for. And anyways, I have just a list of things that I want to do, but I can't because I have kids. So I might start spacing out my lives and see if I can get more work done that way. Even though this is like one of the most fun parts of my week. I worked with people with disabilities for over 20 years in group homes, so we had to practice every month so that my people had an idea of what to do to get everyone out safe. I love it. Yes. And there should be no disconnect whatsoever in the home of a disabled individual. Like, we should be doing that as well. And it didn't even occur to me. I mean, of course it occurred to me, but not enough to actually like, oh, I should practice. No, I'll just tell the kid what to do, and then whenever it happens, it'll be fine, you know, because we'll be completely coherent, totally ready for said emergency, and have our wits about us, and we'll just all get out safe. No. No. She was pretty fast. I don't think I actually watched the video. I think it came up on maybe Facebook Shorts or something, and I saw what they were doing, but I didn't have time to click right then. So I just saw her caption that it was a race. Yeah, so we're all gonna record ourselves with a stopwatch or whatever this week, and I'm gonna post on my community page. Let's do this. I'm gonna post on my community page, how fast are you, and can you beat your fastest time? And so let's see how fast we are, and post on there and see, you know, who is where, but also see what kind of system you have, because, you know, mine might be more complicated than somebody else's and whatever. Ultimately responsible, so we practice often. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I am busy. Thank you for the blessings. I'll take them. Yeah, and that's not even all of it. In Virginia, I told my husband today, in Virginia, I used to do hair during nap time also, and I would have to clean the entire house, the entire downstairs, that people would see to make it welcoming and inviting, and make sure that my hair and makeup was done every day so that, you know, it, again, was a professional environment while the baby slept, and I still did my blog and YouTube and cooked every single meal and homeschooled. So I have no idea how I was able to accomplish that, because now I'm not doing hair and I'm still like just the white rabbit thing. But I'll figure that out. I think whenever I get too busy, it's because my priorities are out of whack. I need to make sure that I'm focusing on my priorities. Make sure that those are in check. I just realized you guys can't even see what I'm cooking. I'm so sorry. It's because I didn't have my mixer moved out of the way. Hold on. Let me see if I can. And I know we get on here just to chat, but I try to give you something to watch. Get my big old mixer out of the way and then back that up. Oh, there's my wall. If everybody wants to see my wall. Okay, there we go. Alright, so these are finished. The Brussels sprouts. I will dress those for you while this sausage finishes cooking. So whenever you do these Brussels sprouts, make sure that your bacon is nice and crispy, so that you can do the crumble, and you can chop it up really good so it does like a crumble. Alright, so what you do, you take these, okay, here's the Brussels sprout. Oh, are you leaving, John? See you later. The competition begins. Alright, so there's the Brussels sprouts. And Here's the feta cheese crumbles. Trying to make it picture worthy since that's why I actually made this. If you guys are new, my website is Glitter My Chaos. Okay, Wampa John, see you later. Here is the bacon. Look at that. You guys, when I say it is so good, like it is so good. Here's the balsamic reduction glaze. You just put a little bit on it like that. You can make a meal out of this just by itself. It is so good. There's something about, yeah, it's the sausage popping because I have the microphone like right there. There's something about the tanginess of the cheese with the glaze. I don't know. It's so good with the crunch of the bacon and, oh, it's amazing. And I'm burning the sausages. Cool. This is what happens when I get distracted by yummy food. Alright. I won't show you the burnt side. So, there we go. That's one of the meals. And it is, again, so yummy and so easy. It's 30 minutes or less. That's what all these meals are. They're clean eating and 30 minutes or less. So, anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me. And be watching for that community page post so that we can all race each other and see what our numbers are. I will see you guys soon. I'll let you know whenever the next live is. If it's not going to be next week, I'll let you know when it is. So, you guys have a great evening. Enjoy your dinner, whatever you're having, and spend time with your family.